Hi guys, it's Nicole, and today I am sharing my last project with the July 2021 Flavors of the Month kit from the Scraproom. This one is going to be the Jen Hadfield Reaching Out kit. And small disclaimer to this one, this is the kit that I mixed up my background cardstocks to. So as I'm going through the supplies, you're going to see me show this pretty blush tutu pink cardstock. This was supposed to go with the Pink Fresh Studio papers. But when I opened kind of all my stuff and was getting a game plan and kind of matching up photos, I accidentally swapped my cardstocks. So this was supposed to go with craft cardstock, but my accident kind of made me realize that anybody that subscribes to the kit and gets these kits is kind of you guys don't have parameters that you need to design within. So you guys are able to mix your cardstocks up, mix your pattern papers up, kind of create a large kit with 4 different lines, whereas I stay within the lines. So this is what I do every time. I just kind of slowly go through, look at everything, share with you guys what's in it. I did not pull in anything from the embellishment kit for this one, which the embellishment kit for this one, I think it was an extra sticker sheet. I already put it away. We're at the end of the month here. I was actually supposed to post this earlier, but I kind of forgot about this one. I do want to let you guys know that I am covering up my photos and kind of keeping them either face down or with a post-it note folded over them. These are photos where some friends of ours from school that had moved across the country were actually back in town, and so we met up with them at the park next door, and I've got 2 group shots of a bunch of kids, and it was just easier for me to cover up their faces, blur their faces in the sample photos, than to track down all the moms and kind of get permission and explain that I make videos on YouTube where I cut paper and glue it together. It would be a whole thing. So I chose to just blur them out and kind of just give them that so their kids aren't on the internet. But for this kit, I did pair it with the sketch, and I don't know who designed the sketch this month, but I chose to go ahead and do it. I was assigned to do the Friday formula. Usually every month I either do the formula or the sketch. This month I did both because the sketch was kind of my style. So I decided to pair it with one of these. I did kind of change up just different elements of the sketch. I took out the big banner piece that goes across, and the sketch shows 2 full-size 4x6 portrait oriented photos. I swapped mine out, and instead I stacked 2 3x4s to kind of take up one spot, and then the other side I did another 3x4 photo and then left a 3x4 opening to put my journaling in. And everything else I kind of stayed true to it, other than some of the stuff in the middle of the sketch. So, and like I said, I picked the sketch even though it wasn't assigned to me because it was one that I probably would normally gravitate towards. I like things where you have strips of pattern paper, anything with a border strip like this right here. That's right up my alley. That's something that I would normally do naturally. So I went through, and I think one of my strips was from the branding strip. So I kind of like when you can cheat and get a little extra pattern when the back side of the branding strip is like that. Sometimes there'll be a barcode, but usually the back side will be just a pattern that doesn't show up in the papers. So I picked 2 of them. They just kind of have phrases, and I'm using those to sneak in some extra pattern paper. Then the striped pattern paper, I just took a scallop border punch and punched that. That is depicted on the sketch, but it's also something that I tend to like to do anyways. And then I added an extra little strip from the like red pattern paper, I just cut out the strips so that I had like a row of hearts. And then I used the second sheet of that pink cardstock to make myself a mat to put all of the stuff that's going to go in the middle of the layout. I pulled out this old tool. I feel like every time I pull this out, I think it's going to work out better than it does. And this could 100% be user error. Basically, I just wanted to rough up the edges and give it a little bit more interest. I didn't ink anything on this layout, so at this point I didn't want to add that because nothing else had any inked edges. So I just kind of ran it along with the intention of hoping it looked distressed. I think it would have been better if I just used my scissors, but I can't stand like the sound it makes when you use your scissors, so that's probably why I don't do it very often. And then this was the point where I thought I was going to do journaling strips, and then I was like, what are you doing? You intentionally left a space right there, that pink space for your journaling. And I was like, oh, oops. So went back to the computer, reformatted my journaling to fit within a 3x4 area. And I also made sure that I had some space above it and below it because I'm going to do like a little, I don't know that I'd call it a scene, but I'll make sure that I get some of the stickers over there and kind of have a little designated space to have embellishments and stuff. The layout is pretty basic, but again, I kind of like that. I like the emphasis to be on my photos, on my journaling, maybe the title, and then everything else is kind of backseat to that. So again, I'm keeping my photos face down right now because it's super easy to cover people's faces in a photo. It is a lot of work to cover up people's faces in a video. So this was sort of my hack to save myself some time on the editing end. Hopefully you guys don't care. I don't think, other than maybe looking at the finished layout, do people actually like focus in on the photos on your layout. I think a lot of times people are just looking for different techniques or different things to kind of try on their layouts, or just kind of seeing how they used the same paper that comes in their kit, like that kind of thing. So again, I'm just kind of going through the sticker sheet and picking out anything that I feel like is going to lend towards the theme of my layout, which is basically just friendship. And things like the rainbow and the mushrooms and the little twigs made sense to me because we were at the park. Some of the other things on the sticker sheet didn't fit my theme, so I just kind of ignore those. I just comb through and kind of pick out anything and everything that doesn't clash with whatever my personal photos lean towards, I guess, if that makes any sense. And I think at this point I'm going ahead and flipping my photos over. No, I still haven't flipped them over. I moved those girls up to the top. They have foam adhesive behind them, but I didn't pull off like the backing paper where it's over the photos so that I can just kind of bend them over, stick my photo down, then remove the backing sheet. I did go ahead and add just some little stuff down here at the bottom. The sketch shows like a subtitle down there. I decided not to do that. Oh, and you know what? I did pull in stuff from the embellishment kit because this was one of the layouts where I could kind of go above and beyond, like outside of the main kit. And I'm pretty sure it's the thickers, like the phrase thickers that came with this line, because I was looking at it and I thought, oh, I don't want to pull it in if I'm only going to end up using like one. Like I hate when people do that, when they use like one thing, but I'm pretty sure I'm about to do it. So here is, again, my completed layout. I did use one of the foam stickers up there. I pulled a couple other foam pieces, like some of the hearts and like an arrow and stuff like that, and just kind of tried to make it work again for me and my layout. So with that, I will catch you guys later.
And thanks for stopping by.